rumors came out stating that Ubisoft will be joining Game Pass. It says next year, but this year in 2021, in a similar fashion to how EA Play did. Now, for those of you who don't know, EA Play is completely on Game Pass. If you have a Game Pass subscription, you have an EA Play subscription on Xbox. Coming soon to PC later this year. I think earlier this year. I'm not sure if they gave a new date for it, but excuse me. So that'll be interesting to see. It says similar, so it's not necessarily the same thing, but you see Ubisoft.
It's not necessarily the same thing.
No, right. But we totally called this because when Ubisoft Plus came out it's on Google Stadia now.
Amazon Luna.
And Luna, of course you have to have a separate subscription for the EA or for the Ubisoft Plus. But Xbox Game Pass has over 15 million users. Already. So that's not a bad deal. If they cut a deal with Microsoft, they just have their games on Game Pass. I mean, that's huge.
They got immediate access to 15 million users.
15 million, and they could get a good cut from Microsoft. I mean, I think I did the math earlier. 15 million. If everyone was paying $15 a month for it, that was like $220-something million a month. But I went ahead and I dropped it down to 150 million a month because people like me and Rico and Zach's already got like 18 years of Game Pass.
Actually, I was looking at my Ultimate and it looks like it expires at toward the end of this year.
That's impossible.
It's been a few years, bro.
Oh man, time is up.
We need to go back to PAX.
We do need to go back to PAX and score some more 12-month Game Pass stuff. But so I dropped it down to 150 million a month. So you got to think they're probably making over $1 billion a year on Game Pass alone. They can afford to cut some deals with major studios like EA and Ubisoft, major publishers that can just pour games into their system. And guess what? All that's going to do is bring more people into that ecosystem. I did want to read through some of these because, of course, this is just a rumor. This is not a guaranteed thing to happen. Of course, we're pretty sure it's going to happen. It doesn't make any sense.
This is something we've been talking about for months.
Yes, for months. So, but there were some other rumors here. And again, rumors. We don't really like to speculate too much on rumors here, but
yeah, usually we don't. But
there were some interesting ones in here. In Exile Entertainment is working on a steampunk AAA RPG. The game supposedly has the second highest budget for an Xbox game in development, aside from Halo. And of course, Bethesda and ZeniMax is not included in that.
Steampunk game. So is it going to be, are we going to get some really awesome BioShock vibes or what? That would be sick.
Maybe. I thought In Exile was the one working on the new Prey, but that could be a different company. I can't remember. Microsoft bought so many stinking companies, I have no idea anymore.
I know, everybody keeps getting bought.
Obsidian, the guys who did The Outer Worlds, I believe, was that Obsidian? Is developing 6 projects, including 3 AAA RPGs, having grown quite quickly, and depending on how lightly in development is being used this way may be true. So, again, these are just rumors, but that's cool. Obsidian working on Microsoft really stepping up their exclusive or their first party titles here. If this is true, one of their many studios working on 6 projects, and 3 of them being AAA RPGs. Xbox has secured publishing rights for a big unannounced AAA surprise that will launch in 2021.
So apparently we're going to get a big surprise this year.
Yeah, publishing rights, that sounds more like maybe a timed exclusive to me. Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, what is it like? What is it going to be?
It's my first instinct on this is a Remedy game. Alan Wake 2, maybe.
Oh, come on.
Quantum Break 2? No, it has to be Alan Wake 2. If I'm just assuming it's Remedy because they've had publishing deals with Remedy on quite a few things. They should just give Remedy $18 billion and just buy Remedy.
And just buy them.
Totally worth owning Remedy, honestly.
Agreed.
Give them everything they want.
They're so good.
Sam Lake is a literary genius. Okay,
they make such good games. It's ridiculous.
xCloud will be joining several new markets next year, including iOS and Samsung TVs. We knew this. I don't really know how this is a rumor because this was stories came out last year. Let's
Yeah,
see.
I think we guessed this, or we what do we
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
saw this coming, and then here it is. It's
And then,
coming.
they even and Phil Spencer even came out and said you can expect to see a Game Pass app
Yeah,
on your
expect to see
TVs.
it.
Yeah. Several additional titles are launching exclusively to the Xbox ecosystem next year, with Forza Horizon 5, Starfield, and Wolfenstein 3. Massive. That's massive if
Yeah.
that's true. Especially Forza Horizon 5. I thought Playground Games was working on another special title. You know, you ever hear of Fable?
Mm-hmm.
But maybe they put some money into the company, and brought in some more people to work on multiple titles. Who knows? I'm super excited because I'm a huge fan of Forza. The Forza Horizon specifically.
Yeah, Horizon.
So
Yeah, I played. Heck, even I played that last one with you, and I had a fun time.
he stopped playing after a while.
Yeah, at a certain point, I was like, okay, moving on.
Moving
But
on.
I mean, I enjoyed it.
Uplay is going to be coming to Xbox Game Pass subscription, just like. Oh wait, we just read that one. That was the main title. My bad. And it's not Uplay anymore. It's Ubisoft Plus. Xbox will be dropping Xbox Live Gold or rolling into Game Pass service. Free to play games will not require a subscription. So that's pretty cool. And I think long overdue. Honestly, more people are getting Game Pass Ultimate than, there's really no need. Ever since Game Pass Ultimate's inception, I haven't paid for gold. I just get the Ultimate because it's gold and Game Pass, because what's the point? So that's pretty cool to see that they're doing away with that. Just kind of, and that's smart, because they're kind of getting those people who are not on Game Pass, who are just paying for gold.
Mm-hmm.
Just get them into the Game Pass
just
ecosystem.
Come on over here, man. Come on, it'll be all right. It'll be all right.
But you got to think all the things that you needed gold for are probably going to be tied into the Game Pass thing now.
Yeah, at this point, anyways. Yeah.
Party chats. Whatever. We're almost done here. All non-MMO Bethesda ZeniMax titles will be exclusive starting in 2021. Okay, that one is freaking crazy to think about, because Phil Spencer's already come out and said, they're going to be, game by game basis. We'll decide that as it comes out. If they really are, well, because they're not done. They haven't signed. I mean, the deal's not done yet, so they're probably just waiting. But I can't imagine that one. I mean, it's probably a done deal. They gave a lot of money. To purchase Bethesda. So seeing those come out exclusive would be crazy. Would be crazy. I would imagine maybe timed exclusives if this is true, because they do lose out on a lot of money if they don't also sell those on PlayStation. But you know what? They might get people that are like,
Bethesda's got a lot of games. I mean, there's a lot to entice somebody to move over to an Xbox ecosystem.
And I don't even know that they would move over to Xbox itself. I mean, if you're a PlayStation user and you have a PC, Game Pass is on PC. They want you in that ecosystem. Exactly. That's going to push people into that ecosystem.
I agree.
Guaranteed. Maybe not everybody. You're going to have those diehard fanboys that are like, I'll never play anything from Xbox, and everything they do is just crap. But you'll get some people over there. Xbox is swinging big again and will be acquiring Sega in 2021. Whoa. That would be
a big purchase too.
Massive.
Especially after the Sonic movie. Think about this. The Sonic movie last year was the highest grossing, I think it might have been the highest grossing film last year. Maybe? Or something stupid last year.
Probably up there.
In 2020, well, I mean, we all lost out on the movie theater for, most of the year, but still, I mean, ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Dude, there's a lot of money there. And look, here's the thing though. Microsoft recognizes a couple of things. What happened? They were like, yo, Minecraft, holy crap, let's buy that. We can stinking put that on t-shirts. We can put that on everything.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
And they've made billions.
Made billions off of that. Yo, come on.
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog. Think how many people love Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's just a huge acquisition.
That's just one Sega property.
Well, and it's crazy to think, because Sega used to have their own console. So now you have a console 20 years later.
Good old Genesis.
That's going to swallow up, more than 20 years later, it's going to swallow up another company that used to make a console. So that's wild. That would be, Again, these are all just rumors, but that would be wild. I honestly thought Microsoft buying Bungie would be a thing, but who knows? And the last one,
Sega
Xbox,
would be a big one for them.
that would be. Xbox has already acquired 2 additional studios aside from Bethesda and ZeniMax, with one being large and the other being small. So
they're saying, so the rumor is that they've already gotten them, but they haven't announced it yet.
Yeah, they're probably
which is a total
crossing their T's, dotting their I's on the paperwork before they announce it.
Let's be real. These are massive companies that do a lot of things behind closed doors that we don't hear about until they want us to hear about it.
And I have to say something. As an Xbox fan, I hope every single one of these rumors is true. I don't necessarily care about the exclusive part. I don't care if they put them on another system, but it does make sense that they would be exclusive if they purchase this stuff. But this is huge for Xbox. Being an Xbox fan since 2001, when the Xbox originally, released, I sold my PlayStation 1 to get an Xbox. Okay, so yes, I was playing PlayStation 1 and not PlayStation 2 back in 2001. But I'm so tired of hearing people, Microsoft never has any games, blah 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 blah. Well, you know what? Whether they created the studios from the ground up or whether they bought them, they are making it so Xbox has exclusive games. And I think 2021 and moving on forward, we're going to start seeing the fruits of all their purchases, and it's going to be wild, man. You have anything else to add to the rumors?
No, I mean, this is crazy. This is there's a lot of I think that there might be a lot of truth to a lot of this.
I hope so.
And again, things happen behind closed doors. These are this is a massive $1 trillion company. Okay.
Huge.
Microsoft is a $1 trillion company, and they do a lot of things behind closed doors that we don't know about until they want us to know about it.
All pocket change for them. And not to mention, if Game Pass is already making $1 billion a year, let's say at minimum, of course I'm just guessing based on how many monthly users they have. Of course, people who share, Xboxes could have multiple accounts, so the number could be smaller. Who knows? I don't know. But you have to think they're probably making $1 billion or at least close to it.
Dude, I mean,
a year. And
that's just on that service.
And it's really just starting to kick off, in my opinion. It's really the original how Netflix was when Netflix was by itself. It's gonna blow up, and I think Sony's gonna have to try to really do something to compete with it, because I mean this is warfare on a new level for you fanboys. If you fanboys gave a crap, this is warfare on a new level.
And I've said this before. This isn't. I don't think this is a battle Sony's in anymore. No. This is a battle of Titan corporations like Microsoft, $1 trillion company, Google, $1 trillion company, Amazon, $1 trillion company. These are $1 trillion companies. Sony is a $500 billion company.
Yeah,
of 500 billion plus.
Well, I think Sony could if they got into that game. And I've heard, and I don't know if it's true, that Sony has actually hired Microsoft to help them with servers and stuff, which is hilarious. And of course, Microsoft's going to take the money, because Sony could easily
your money.
Sony could easily be right there in the game. Because guess what? Ubisoft could easily go and put Ubisoft Plus on a streaming service from Sony. EA Play, I don't know that any of those are exclusive to Game Pass. So, I mean, it could be huge if Sony got into that game, and I think eventually it will. But the thing with Microsoft, I've always noticed, an
uphill battle at this point,
is Microsoft looks down the road, and that's what we saw with the announcement of the Xbox One. They knew where gaming was going even back then. People fought it so hard, but now they accept it with open arms. In this generation. Yeah. And it's crazy because Microsoft knew it was coming. And this is like, so I think Microsoft's been a lot more subtle, but they've been at the same time kind of aggressive in trying to get people out there and purchasing companies like Bethesda and all these other game studios to put incredible games on their ecosystem.
Yeah.
They're making moves. I think Xbox is around to stay, whether or not the console generation survives another generation or not.
I don't know.
Remains to be seen.